Qualifier Stephen Glasner, Eric Lindgren, the E-Dog, advances in the tournament. Welcome back to Caesars Palace. Let's get you caught up on all the winners so far in the Spades bracket. Barry Greenstein, who donates his tournament poker earnings to charity, advanced past Cindy Violette. Amir Vahidi, with his trademark cigar in hand, can exhale now. He defeated Lakers owner Jerry Buss. The mad genius of poker, Mike Caro, was a bit too clever for Tony G. D. Long outlasted Men the Master. And Huck Seed was too much for David Oppenheim. Now back to what's become a familiar sight at table 7. Chris Moneymaker short stacked and all in against Tuan Le.
Chris again is in bad shape in this hand. He's got Queen Deuce against Tuan Le's Ace King. Mike's going to have to root his son on again.
Tuan's of course a favorite here with Ace King. Flop is?
Flop is 9 Jack Trey.
9-3.
Doesn't help anybody. Tuan's still in the lead.
Turn brings a 7 of diamonds.
And Chris Moneymaker needs a queen or a deuce to avoid elimination here.
Here it is, the river card. 10 of spades.
River's a 10 of spades, and that means Tuan Le finally delivers the knockout blow, eliminating Chris Moneymaker to move on in the tournament. So let's take a look at where things stand in the Spades bracket. Eric Lindgren, Huck Seed, Scott Fishman, D. Long, Mike Caro, Amir Vahidi, Barry Greenstein, and Tuan Le all move on and advance to the second round. With first round matches complete in 3 of the 4 brackets, we move to the Hearts bracket, where some of poker's biggest names are in action, including legends Johnny Chan and Doyle Brunson. Getting right to the action at our featured table, where we see one of the premier competitors in the field, Card Players 2004 Player of the Year, Daniel Negreanu. And Daniel's taking on a face he knows only too well. Across the table, his former girlfriend, Evelyn Ng. At the GQ Pairings party presented by Nine, Negreanu almost didn't believe his eyes when he realized the name he'd drawn.
Oh, are you no?
Are you serious?
This was completely random. Wait till he reads it.
Evelyn Ng.
Evelyn, how's it feel?
I think I can handle it.
No more strategy talk. You understand?
I
right?
understand, yeah.
How do you play against your ex-girlfriend? That might be difficult. They were an unusual looking couple anyway, weren't they, Matt? Sort of like the Sonny and Cher of Canada. I got you, babe.
Okay. Nice try. Okay. It was so obvious. That one you were like, yeah, I don't know, maybe 200, I'll call.
All right.
Yeah, right. Like that made a difference.
You have a read.
It was not the eyes.
It wasn't. It was the chips.
It was a little
Evelyn
more than
feels that Daniel has a read on her. Is a little bit inside her head. She's trying to figure out what is it. Is it her eyes? Is it the way she handles the chips?
Queen 9, Daniel raises to 1,000. King 7 for Evelyn Ng. And she calls. Flop is King 6, Queen, a pair for both players.
Right, Evelyn's got the better pair of kings. Just checks.
Daniel bets 1,000. Evelyn calls.
Evelyn just calls, which shows me she's a little intimidated.
A deuce on the turn.
That's a deuce of clubs. Now that gives Evelyn a flush draw and a pair of kings. They both check.
River's a jack of diamonds.
Evelyn has not bet out once in this pot.
She bets 2,200 here.
And Daniel thought he had this hand figured out. He was not expecting Evelyn to bet 2,200 there. He's kind of surprised.
What in the world is this?
Daniel feels he's supposed to figure out what Evelyn has. And right now he has no idea what she has.
To make a flush? No. That seems like a defensive bet, maybe. I don't know why I'm asking you. You're not going to tell me, are you? It's too cheap. I got to call it. Huh?
So Daniel decides to call, and Evelyn Ng takes down the pot.
Queen.
Dan's a little disappointed. He paid Evelyn off. Evelyn's as happy as she could be. Maybe that'll help her relax.
Go all in at the new online store at NBCHeadsUp.com for the hottest line of poker merchandise. From men's and women's outerwear to Heads Up branded chips, cards, and tabletops that'll enhance any poker night. Welcome back to the National Heads Up Poker Championship from the home of champions, Caesars Palace, the world-famous resort and casino located in the heart of the Las Vegas Strip. Getting right back to the competition, Gus Hansen, one of poker's most fearless and aggressive players, is up against one of the game's most explosive personalities, Shawn Shiki Chacon, who many of you may remember from his now famous encounter with Mike the Mouth Matusow at the World Series of Poker last year.
What did you say, Mike? Mike. What did you say, Mike? Did you say something? Did you say something, Mike? You didn't hear what he just said?
We're in the middle of a hand. He's talking about what he has in his hand to everybody.
Both you guys on the rail for 10 minutes.
Because of Mike Matusow and Shawn Chacon's antics, the World Series of Poker was forced, for the first time in their history, by the way, to hire a babysitter. Wasn't bad. It cost them $6 an hour. She bought a boyfriend, raided the refrigerator a little bit.
Go to your rooms, kids. Ace-4 for Shiki as he raises to 600. Hansen on King 3. He calls. They each get a piece of this flop. Ace, King, 10, all spades.
Shawn's got the best of it. He's got a pair of aces, but that 3 of spades gives Gus Hansen a flush draw.
Hansen checks.
And Shawn checked.
3 of diamonds on the turn.
That gives Gus Hansen 2 pair.
Hansen checks. So Shiki bets out 1,200.
Gus is convinced Shawn that his aces are good here, so Shawn's taking a shot at the pot. Bet to 1,200. Now let's see if Gus reads Shawn well enough to raise. He's got 2 pair, but it's a dangerous flop. So this will depend on Gus's read of Shawn. And he does raise.
He raises to 3,400.
Shawn was not expecting this.
Shawn calls.
Gus is playing this hand very well.
Rivers and 9 of diamonds, no help for Shiki.
Looks like Gus Hansen is not stopping. He's going to bet again.
He bets 3,600. Shiki immediately calls, and Gus Hansen takes down the pot.
And this will give Gus Hansen a substantial lead in this match against